God turns your setback into a stage. There comes a moment in life when you fall so hard that the world starts to whisper, "He's done, she's finished, they won't rise again." And in that moment, God smiles. Because that's exactly where He works best. When everyone else doubts you, your setback is not a full stop. It's a comma, a pause, a setup for a greater play. The pain you're facing today, that's the stage being built for your performance tomorrow. Setbacks are not signals to quit. They're tests of your patience, your faith, your discipline, and your hunger. The greatest victories are born from the moments people counted you out. Every champion has a story of defeat. Every leader has tasted loss, but they didn't stay there. They turned the same ground that buried them into the platform that raised them. You see, God doesn't waste pain, He repurposes it. The very challenge that broke your heart can be the story that breaks your limits. You've got to stop asking why me and start asking what now. Because every time you rise, every time you stand tall after being knocked down, you give the world a front row seat to God's glory. Setbacks are signals, not endings. There are moments when life throws you to the ground so hard that you start questioning your worth. You look at the scoreboard and it feels like the game is over, but it isn't. That moment is a signal, not a sentence. A setback is the whisper before the roar, the pause before the applause. It is life telling you to adjust, not abandon. Every time you stumble, it's a reminder you're still moving. The ones who win are the ones who learn to read the signs, not fear them. Too many people misinterpret a closed door as a final verdict. But what if that door was meant to redirect you to a bigger one? Every champion has scars that began as setbacks. Those scars become your credentials if you allow them to. When life says not yet, it's preparing. Something better than what you asked for. The setback is the invitation to sharpen your hunger. It's the classroom where patience becomes power. When you stop fearing the signal, you start owning the season. Pain is proof of growth. Pain is not your enemy, it is your instructor. Every torn muscle grows back stronger if you give it time and work. Life uses pain to stretch your limb. It's the people who avoid pain avoid greatness. Pain strips away comfort and introduces you to your real capacity. It's the tax you pay for transformation. Without it, you remain soft, untested, unprepared. When pain comes, it's proof you are in the process. It is a sign that something inside you is being rebuilt. Comfort zones produce average stories. Painful zones produce unforgettable legacies. You don't grow by staying safe. You grow by surviving storms. Pain has a language, and it speaks progress. You have to lean into it, not run away from it. Every ache is a step toward the version of you that cannot be shaken. Faith must be tested to be trusted. Everyone talks about faith when the lights are bright and the scoreboard is even, but true faith is tested when the room is empty and the clock is ticking down. When prayers seem unanswered, that is when faith is measured. Faith is not proven in comfort, it is forged in conflict. When you are doubted, when you are defeated, when the plan falls apart, that's the exam. Only tested faith becomes trusted faith. The ones who rise are the ones who refuse to abandon belief in the dark. Your faith must survive disappointment to become destiny. It's easy to believe when everything works, but the real ones believe when nothing does. You must be willing to stand still. When the world moves against you, faith demands patience, it demands consistency, it demands grit. The setback is the arena where faith flexes its muscle. It is there that trust in the process matures. When you pass that test, your confidence becomes unshakable, and the stage you step on later is built on the foundation of those dark hours. Your comeback is a statement. There is something powerful about rising after a fall. People remember the comeback, not the collapse. The moment you return stronger, you rewrite your story. A comeback silences critics without speaking a word. It tells the world you were never finished. Only interrupted comebacks are not gifts, they are choices. They are born from relentless hours when no one was Watching every setback you endure is an invitation to build a louder return. You owe it to yourself to make that return a statement, not for applause, but for legacy. The comeback is a mirror. It shows who you really are. It is not about the fall. It is about the fight after the fall. Those who quit never know how loud redemption can echo. A setback only wins if you stay down. The moment you stand, the story changes. Discipline turns delay into destiny. Delay is frustrating. It tests patience and ambition. But delay is not destruction. It is design. Discipline turns that waiting room into a training ground. You can waste the delay or you can weaponize it. The ones who rise use delay as preparation. They refine their skills, sharpen their focus, increase their strength. Discipline is doing the work. Even when the reward is invisible, it's showing up. When the crowd is gone, delay becomes destiny. When you stay ready, the undisciplined crumble in delay because they confuse stillness with stagnation. Discipline knows that quiet seasons are construction seasons. Every rep done in silence echoes. When the spotlight returns, your future self will thank the version of you that didn't quit during delay. Destiny, not a miracle, it's a math equation of discipline plus time. Keep building in the shadows until the stage is ready. God elevates the humble. Humility is not weakness, it is power under control. Setbacks humble the proud and prepare. The ready life cannot elevate arrogance, it exposes it. The humble learn. They do not lose, they learn. They do not fall, they grow. Humility keeps you coachable when success could make you blind. The moment you think you're above the process, you step off the ladder. Setbacks break the ego that would ruin your future stage. Humility keeps your heart soft while your spirit stays fierce. Those who bow low can be lifted high without breaking. The higher you go, the heavier the crown becomes. Only humility builds the neck strong enough to carry it. When life pushes you down, it may be positioning you for a higher lift. Humility doesn't shout, it listens, and then it leads the stage. Safest for the ones who didn't demand it but prepared for it. Stay low, stay learning, stay ready. Every stage was once a struggle. Every platform you admire was built on pain. You didn't see every stage you respect hides a story of nights without sleep. Struggle is the raw material of greatness. It molds you, shapes you, cuts away what is weak. Without struggle, the stage would feel shallow. The applause would mean nothing. If there was no cost, struggle teaches value. And value makes victory sweet. The road to any stage worth standing on is uphill. You cannot skip the climb and still expect the view. Struggle exposes your limits and demands your evolution. It is the ticket price to significance. The ones who skip the struggle collapse under the lights. The ones who embrace it stand firm. When the lights hit, struggle is proof that the stage matters. Without it, the story is empty. Preparation silence, performance in public. Silence is not punishment, it is preparation. The best work is done when nobody claps. That's where hunger grows, that's where skill sharpens. You don't need an audience to build a masterpiece. Preparation is the sweat that buys applause later. Many waste silent seasons complaining instead of constructing. You prepare in the dark so you can shine in the light. The quiet hours are where warriors are made. Silence builds roots and roots hold weight. Public success is rented payment due in private discipline. Preparation makes the stage feel like home, not a spotlight. You're loud before you're ready. You burn out. Silence isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Every second of secret work becomes public impact. Prepare when nobody believes and perform when nobody can deny. The setback is a story in progress. Too many people treat a bad chapter as the end of the book, but the pen is still in your hand. Setbacks make the story interesting. Without them, nobody would care about the ending. The story of greatness always includes pain, lost doubt. What matters is that the story keeps moving. Your setback is not the whole plot. It's a plot twist. Plot twists build anticipation for a break through. The moment you stop writing is the moment you forfeit the masterpiece. Every scar is a sentence, every tear is a paragraph. The story you're living will inspire someone else to keep living. Do not close the book when the author is still writing. The stage is waiting for the next chapter, not The last one, let your setback become the setup for the climax. Keep turning the page, because the best part hasn't been performed, yet there comes a moment after the storm when the dust settles and you finally see the purpose behind every hit you took. The missed opportunities, the doors that slammed shut, the nights that felt endless. They weren't your finish line, they were your foundation. Every setback was a rehearsal, every delay was a drill, every rejection was a redirection. The pain you carried became the weight that strengthened your soul. The silence you endured became the training ground for your roar. Look back for a moment, not to stay there, but to recognize how far you've come through things that once tried to break you. Look ahead and understand that the stage you are about to step on was built with the bricks others threw at you. The same people who doubted you will sit in the audience, and they will have no choice but to watch what they once said was impossible. That is the power of a setback when placed in the hands of God. It doesn't end your story, it rewrites it. So, walk forward now, not with fear, but with faith, not with bitterness, but with boldness. Your scars are not your shame, they are your signature. The stage is ready, the lights will come on, and when they do, you will not only perform, you will transform. Because what tried to bury you became the platform that now elevates you.